Jodariel shall gain favor from the Scribes. Hedwyn shall gain favor from the Scribes. We're bringing Hedwyn and not Jodariel to this one, so... On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Ores, and Hedwyn happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming rite, and in your plan. As for Hedwyn, we have to prevail. Whether on my behalf or not, I do not care right now. We have to prevail, for everyone's sake. Please, help us do this. Help us. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Ores has shown you favor. Hedwyn has gained 3 glory for the next rite. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribes Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward toward the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you toward the archway, where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribes Gate. Please, do just as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Hedwyn passes through the gate. Tamatha passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Jodariel passes through the gate. Ray passes through the gate. Tizo passes through the gate. Volfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The guardian of the Scribes Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Again, you gain the top of Mount Allodial, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you shall soon fall a rookie from this place. The Fall of Soliam. In the book. Which page is that in, you think? Triumvirates? No. That just gives us information about the groups. The Beyonders. It would be here, I imagine. From the top of Mount Allodial, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt, since so much of the land is shrouded. But that is hardly all. It's time. No interest in buying anything. Let's go. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then, Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It is somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It is nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time if possible. Know simply that for each one of us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, sir, this night you shall confront the essence. They have already appointed Tamatha to be liberated, should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy. And lo, even the stars agree on this account.
Archbeast Sungrease.
3% enlightenment is not enough to make this worth it at all. Not for me. I have a sneaking suspicion that Tamatha is going to ask me something that I will not want to do.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the Scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the essence which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth now, and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamatha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamatha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High-Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended, should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan. Then, our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the Scribes, Tamatha Thane. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The Scribes saw well to take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Triesta Tethys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools and their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not again thus of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamatha Thane. Tamatha scoffs and then turns her attention toward your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your Commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more. The first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may thus be anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
There's not a lot of options yet. I think we might set Jodariel free.
Jodariel.
If that is your wish.
Who shall be at her side?
We always need Headwind to help.
Headwind.
I have your back, Jodariel. Let's get you home. And finally, since they've learned to fight together, and she is going up against her sister, Tamatha. Sure, let's get her out of here then.
Very well.
One final obstacle to overcome. Here I can soar again above your Commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first, let us dance this final time.
Commence.
We have plenty of time. As the liberation rite continues, you sense Tamatha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please. Let her prevail. Let her prevail. Please let her prevail here, this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it, but please, let Tamatha prevail, for she is here, wrapped up in all of this because of me. The plea trails off, and Tamatha remains steadfast, all her attention focused on the liberation rite. And as for Tamatha, prepare yourselves, Nightwings! And as for you, Tamatha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. Didn't do very well. Okay, that was quicker than I expected. But that's fine. That means Jodariel is back. Come, birds. You can do nothing. You stay away for a long time when Jodariel is done with you. Oh dear, that was bad. I think that's it. Unless we're back quickly enough. Nope. The birds are difficult to deal with. But Jodariel can deal with all of them. Well, we're taking turns, but as long as Jodariel is the one dunking, we're good. Hark now, my sisters! Damn with the success! Advance the strike formation! Prevail here against these wretches, no matter the cost! In disregard for the ways of the rites, Tamatha has ordered her triumvirate to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of this rite. We got your back, Jodariel. We won't leave you. This is theirs.
Glory to the Scribes. How very fortunate. Unfortunate for the essence.
No!
All for naught. United in banishment. And there it is.
You're free, Jodariel.
The Nightwings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the Scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Damn you for this, Tamatha. All of this. Because of you. After all this time. She turns her gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better. For as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool. Though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader. All of you. For now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Well, Tamatha, truly did you get the best of me again. Know that your actions put our sisters on the other side in even greater peril. Not that you care, of course, yet I am certain that they shall someday prevail, with or without my aid. To think that I was born to share blood of someone such as you. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Essence in the Liberation Rite. Well done, everyone. May the rest of us soon follow. At least someone got out of here. You succeeded in liberating Jodariel, and returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each Liberation Rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars. Or, I should say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more, the sky is all abyssal darkness, following the Liberation Rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then, let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run besides, once we arrive. Best we recover now, and make our way southward at first light.